Sabaski. Welcome to the Town Alone Basketball and Hockey Podcast. I'm your host, Adam Hess, and with me, as always, my competent and consistent cohort, Mike Regan. Mike, how are you doing today?
Your facial hair is looking good.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
You like the prominence of the mustache? You big mustache prominence guy? Yeah. What? Go ahead.
I was going to say, it looks fitting for the beginning of hockey season.
Yeah, I had it for a while where I had like the big chin scruff going on, and I shaved it. And Mike, I dare say I'm a new man.
You're a new man. I didn't even recognize you when you got on the call.
Yeah, he yelled. He threw things, shouted swears. I'm adjusting things because Mike, we're a video podcast now. We have a very professional and very good-looking video setup, and if anyone disagrees with me, I'll cut them. But we are, in fact, a video podcast these days, Mike, and that comes with a lot of extra work for me, but no extra work for you because we tried your thing and it didn't work. So now I'm just doing it my way.
All right. I'll try to get my thing working.
Try to get your thing working. The good news is between now, well, I guess we have a podcast tomorrow, but we only have one more podcast, and then I'll be in town to run things for a short period of time. A short period of time. I also have you set up to my left because everything went awry, and now I can't look at you, so I'm just looking blankly at a screen pretending that you're there.
Oh, okay. I can see you, but you can't see me.
I just have to vaguely monitor out of the side of my eye. Look, if you ever see me go like this.
Because you're looking at me?
It's because I'm looking at you, trying to see what's going on over there. No, don't do that, Jerry Jones. Mike, we are 30 minutes away from puck drop on the 2025-2026 NHL season, and in traditional talent alone fashion, at the last second we said, "Oh fuck, we should do a preview."
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we're doing here, Mike. You can tell from my very professional spreadsheet that I have up that we have many categories here to cover. Some would say 17 categories here to cover, along with a bonus question. I pitched this idea to you. Well, I guess I didn't. You pitched this idea to me. And I just wanted to read off the rules for those of you at home following along. Basically, what we are doing is we have 17 categories that we have the ability to draft from. Those categories are best team record, most goals for, least goals against, most shorthanded goals for, least power play goals against, player with the most goals, player with the most power play goals, player with the most points, player with the most power play points, defenseman with the most assists, most minutes by a player, lowest goals against average, minimum 40 games played, highest goals saved above expected per money puck, minimum 40 games played, players with the most penalty minutes, highest team shooting percentage, team that ends up with the number one pick, and the team to miss the playoffs with the most points at the end of the season. As well as we both do have to answer the bonus question as a tiebreaker. We'll do that at the end. The bonus question is, how many goals will the Rocket Richard winner score? Mike, the way this works is, of the 17 categories, we can pick any 12. So you and I will go back and forth for 12 rounds here, obviously in honor of our Lord and Savior, John Cena.
Oh, it's 10.
Yeah, I changed it.
Okay. News to me. All right.
Whoever gets the most rights, the most correct, wins something. What that something will be, we'll figure out later. Teams or players can only be drafted once. So, for instance, if you choose the best record by points percentage to be the Vegas Golden Knights, neither one of us can pick them to have the highest shooting percentage. They are off the board.
Winner gets a, 3-day or 4-day, 3-night vacation with Gary Bettman.
All access to Gary Bettman? Like,
full access.
Yeah. Goes to Gary Bettman?
Any place in the world you get to pick, but he will be expecting some things. So,
if I'm very good at those things, can I get some changes instituted into the league?
Yeah, probably.
There you go. Well, with that, Mike, so that we don't take up the entire podcast, I did have one more clarifying question I wanted to ask you. When we score this at the end of the year, it's just right or wrong, right? So, for instance, player with the most goals, if you take Austin Matthews and I take Moritz Seider, and Moritz Seider comes in second in most goals, and Austin Matthews comes in third, neither one of us wins, correct? It's just purely, did you get it right or did you get it wrong?
Yeah, I thought it was just right and wrong.
Cool. Just making sure we're both on the same page there, Mike.
So this is gonna end someone winning with a score of 1-0.
Yeah. It's gonna be something fucking wild, like someone gets highest team shooting percentage, right?
Yeah.
With that, I think that there's nowhere to go but up from how this has started, Mike. So I want to take a sip of my coffee. How about you take the first pick?
Really?
Yeah. Well, you
Wow.
missed your opportunity because I took my sip of my coffee, so I could really vulture
Okay.
this away from you now.
I'm really I'm stressing about this first pick now. Like, do I just like take the obvious one?
Yeah, that is the question. You take the obvious one, whatever that is. Do you
Whatever that
take
is.
the obvious one.
It almost seems like all right, I'll just go ahead and take the obvious one. I'm gonna go ahead and say most points by a player. I'm just gonna take Connor McDavid.
Most points by a player. McDavid signed a 2-year, $12.5 million per year contract. Mike, what are your thoughts?
It's interesting. I kind of have like two thoughts on the workings of that deal. One is probably that the Oilers were like, "Hey, we'll be in a different cap position in 2 years, and then we can give you like a longer deal." The other, more conspiracy brained one is that McDavid wants to see what happens with this team, give him another year or two, and then if say he's coming into the last year of that deal, it's a tradable, expiring contract, and he can dictate where he goes, and get an extension with whatever team he ends up being traded to.
Here's what I'll say. I'll say that I think from the outside it looks like McDavid said, well, now I'll be a free agent when the cap finally gets unstuck and really spikes.
Yeah, that's true.
And the other end of the spectrum is someone like Jackson Lacombe and some of the other guys Montreal has locked up recently. I mean, Jackson Lacombe's on Anaheim. But these young guys who just signed 8-year deals that now are going to look like a fucking bargain when... I mean, Kirill Kaprizov got $17 million.
Wild.
Yeah. So Connor McDavid's got to be worth what, 21, 22 million?
Yeah, at least 20 by like that comparison, definitely. Yeah. But he kind of had a down year last year, as crazy as that sounds. Only 100 points in 67 games. What a bum. What a bum.
Yeah, he was hurt is more the problem.
Yeah, that's true. So play more games, bounce back. I mean, he's the favorite in most betting books right now to win the Art Ross for most points. So pretty chalk choice.
There you go. So I think that then, since you went the obvious one in that direction, I'm going to take one that I just want to get off the board so that there's no other place where I get screwed on this one. I'm going to take the best record by points percentage as the Las Vegas Golden Knights. That's the LAS Vegas Golden Knights. And
that sucks.
Let me tell you why. Because I think that this Golden Knights team's gonna be very good. Obviously, they add Marner, they lose Pietrangelo, and they just put they just put Pietrangelo on their season-ending IR, which of course is going to come with all the cap shenanigans. This team is going to fucking cook on the power play this year.
Oh yeah.
And if they can draw enough penalties, that might be actually enough to swing their season. Because, oh my god, their top power play unit looks completely cracked. They have here, I'm trying to pull it up. I had it written down somewhere. Here's the power play 1 unit: Jack Eichel, Mitch Marner, Mark Stone, Tomas Hertl, and Shea Theodore.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Pretty good day for me. All right, pick second round. You cannot pick the Las Vegas Golden Knights or Connor McDavid for any other awards. What is your second round pick?
I was going to pick McDavid for lowest goals against average.
There you go. Makes sense.
Can't get lower than 0.
Can't get lower than 0. Yeah. But will he play 40 games? That's the question, Mike.
True. So I am going to go. I'm basically going to piggyback off you. I can't, right?
Well, you can pick a player on Vegas. You just can't pick.
I can. I know. I can pick a player off Vegas. All right. So I'm going to go. I'm now going to go to most goals by a player. And I'm really like leaving people on the table that you can take. I realize this, but this man just got paid $17 million and he better freaking cook. And that's Kirill Kaprizov.
Yeah, I don't hate that.
Yeah. I know he was he came out of the gate like super hot last year, and then missed a chunk of time to injury. I think he only played where'd it go?
I mean,
I had it pulled
he
up.
ended up out around
40,
December,
41 games.
and at the time, Minnesota was also on a 100-point pace, and then he got injured. So they had some other injuries. It's crazy. That team with like the Ryan Suter like anchor around his neck was a 100-point team twice, and now we're all like, oh, what if the Wild don't make the playoff? Like, fuck's sake, they got Kirill Kaprizov, they got Brock Faber. Like, I like this Wild team a lot.
Yeah, he played 41 last year and had 50 or had 25 goals. So had he played a full season, he was on pace to get 50, and the league leader last year was Leon Draisaitl with 52. So
Now,
based on his goal pace, he wasn't that far behind. And last thing I'll say real quick is I am in love with their top line of Rossi, Boldy, and Kaprizov.
it's fun to say we're both big Matt Boldy guys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big Brock Faber guy, but that's because he's an American.
Ah, yes.
All right. So I think my strategy right now is to continue to snipe teams off the board so that you can't pick them in other places.
Now you're killing me. You already killed like I had Vegas as a possible pick for like 5 different things.
Yeah. So I think that if I want to do that, there is an argument to be made to just keep edging you out. And what this here's something that I thought about like entirely not picking.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna pick this in a different category. I'm gonna do that in a different category. I am going to go most goals for Dallas Stars.
Okay.
Can I be honest with you? Didn't have Dallas Stars written down for that one on my sheet.
Oh, really? Just kinda...
I went Carolina and Edmonton as my 2 potential picks there. But this is gonna be a PDO award, and I just want to have I want to have some stock in Dallas. Despite being a gigantic Jason Robertson hater, I want a little bit. I just want a taste. I want a la Daddy Magic. Oh, that reminds me. In a quick aside, my apologies to any listeners. I was talking with someone, and we figured out that WWE is just straight guy drag shows, like professional wrestling. It's just drag shows for the straight guys. What's up?
I guess I can see that.
You dress flamboyantly. You get in fake feuds. Someone ends up pulling someone else's hair.
I guess
there's lots of insults lobbied back and forth. Everyone's got a ridiculous fake name.
It's true. I don't think it's just for straight guys. I feel like wrestling's for everybody.
Yes. Is what's Sunny Kiss up to?
It's a good question. Good question.
I think Chris Statlander's bisexual.
Tony Storm is.
Rhea Ripley, I think, is just an animal, so she'll just tear into anyone.
Mm. Is this what this podcast is divulged into? Are we just going to talk about wrestlers' sexual preferences or orientation?
Well, listen. If you found out that there was a drag queen named L.A. Knight, would that at all be surprising to you?
That's actually a pretty good drag queen name.
It's a pretty good drag name.
Pretty good drag name.
But I've taken Dallas Stars, so you cannot take Dallas Stars for best record. That was mainly what I wanted to box you out of.
Okay. So I am going to...
Should I recap the draft so far?
Real quick, I like the Dallas Stars. I think they're supposed to come back and look at him a month, like in 4 weeks, with Jamie Benn's collapsed lung. Mm-hmm. That could hurt him a little bit out of the gate.
I think they're going to have a better year out of Ottinger, which is a lot of this. And I think that Mikko Rantanen probably has some time to settle in. And obviously he was a monster in one playoff round, so that's a small sample size for what we're betting on. But I don't know, man. Like, they were hurt last year. Like, people don't think about it, but they missed a lot of time, especially on their blue line.
Yeah.
And those guys should be healthy.
All right. I'm going to take a team off the board in a weird category because I think it'll be fun.
Okay.
I'm going to go to most shorthanded goals for.
All right.
And if you pull up, obviously this is for the whole team, but if you look at the players with the most shorties last year, in the top 10, there are 2 teams that have 2 representatives. One last season were the Rangers, who had Vincent Trocheck and Chris Kreider. Well, Kreider's gone. So we go to their team. that was the Canes. They had Seth Jarvis and Sebastian Aho up there. I think they were second in the league in shorties for. They're going to be first this year. Taking the Canes off the board for shorthanded goals for. That's right.
That is such a backbreaking team to take off the board because there is so many categories you could grab the Canes for.
Oh yeah, I just dropped a bomb on this whole thing.
You did. You completely blew up my draft board. This is the who the fuck was it? That linebacker that the Patriots took in the middle of the first round under Belichick.
I have no idea. I just remember when they took Cole Strange, the offensive lineman.
Cole Strange is who I was thinking of.
I just think of
Yeah.
But part of the thinking for Carolina is also I really like, once again, they're stacked defensively, even with the loss of Brent Burns. Like they signed Keandre Miller.
Didn't they trade for him? They traded for Keandre Miller.
They traded for him, but still, yeah, they added him to the list. That plus good goaltending is going to set up, I think, a lot of breakout attempts in shorthanded situations. So,
will Keandre Miller play on their penalty kill? That's my question for you, Mike.
Not their first penalty kill, but their second kill.
Will Adam Fox play on their penalty kill?
On the Rangers?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think so. This is
once again, not their first penalty kill.
I'm a big I like me some Adam Fox. I don't know if I trust him on defense that much, but I like Adam Fox as like an offensive defenseman a lot.
It's only the position he's supposed to play, and you wouldn't trust him on it. What a joke this league has become.
Listen, how many defensemen do you actually trust on defense, Mike? One?
Cale Makar, yeah.
Yeah. And with that, Mike, I'm going to be taking defenseman with the most assists.
Let me guess. Cale Makar.
Yes. No, of course not.
No?
Listen, can I tell you how badly I want to pick Lane Hudson for this?
He was like second or third last year.
He was so fucking good. And I love me some Montreal. I know it goes against me. I'm the anti-Canada guy. I'm pro-America, as we all know. America first, all that good stuff. I just love me some Lane Hudson. There's a chance he makes the Olympic roster.
Yeah, he was like the on-call guy for the U.S. and the Four Nations,
which is
absurd. No, he wasn't. I think he was part of Team Canada.
Lane Hudson's American, brother.
Is he? Who am I getting mixed up with?
Isn't he? Maybe you're right. Maybe he was there, but Lane Hudson is an American-Canadian thing. That's super helpful.
You're right. He's from Michigan. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But they say he's American-Canadian. Maybe he was that guy, now that I'm thinking about it. Because I think I vaguely remember seeing them talk about Lane Hudson at Four Nations. But both America and Canada had all those injuries. They're not doing Four Nations this year, right? It's the Olympics?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it's the Olympics.
Also, just I wrote it down here just so we could talk about it. Jackson Lacombe, 43 points, 29 assists last year. Got an 8-year, $72 million contract with the Anaheim Ducks.
Jesus.
Which is going to look so good in a few years when it's like, wait, you're paying a top pair defenseman $9 million a year? What a bargain. Cale Makar might get $17 million a year.
Yeah, he's going to get something insane. I mean, he'll still have prime years to go when his deal comes up, so that'll be wild.
But
the Ducks are such a weird team.
Why? Because they've been bad for 2 decades?
Yeah, just like the mix of players on that team. It's very intriguing to me.
Well, you have you get to look forward to a lot of Lucas Dostal now and Peter Mrazek because they traded away Gibson. Finally. Mm-hmm. Finally, after all the years, Mike. What? Got no more thoughts on it?
No.
Okay.
Sorry.
No Troy Terry thoughts? You're a big Troy Terry guy. You always were.
I was. Did you take Makar here?
Yes, I took Makar.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure that was in fact.
Would you like me to recap the draft, Mike?
Sure, go for it.
All right. So far, I have taken the Las Vegas Golden Knights, the Dallas Stars, and Cale Makar for various categories. I figure you don't need me to list the categories. It's fine. You have taken the Carolina Hurricanes, Kirill Kaprizov, and Connor McDavid for various categories.
And I will. Time to kick off round 4.
Wait. You took Carolina for most shorthanded goals for, right?
Yeah. Big brain move.
Right. Put him down in the wrong category, so I just need to. I put him down in the category I assumed you were going to take them for. So,
yeah.
There we go. All fixed now. All right, Mike. Who's your next pick?
I'm going to go ahead and circle back up top here with best team record by points percentage. And I had a few teams written down. Vegas is already off the board. The Canes were in the conversation as well. One team I put down here, which would kind of be a little wild. So I'm just going to go ahead and go with one of my adopted favorite teams and go with the Colorado Avalanche. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Colorado Avalanche.
I can't tell you how bad I was hoping you were going to pick the Alabama Crimson Tide.
No, roll Tide in all sports. Yeah, dude, this Avs team, I say this a lot, but this Avs team just looks so good on paper. Like, they have 3 good lines going. They're strong down the middle. Defensively, they're strong. They brought in Brent Burns on a. I mean, I know he's old as shit at this point, but they got him for $1 million. It's like there's no losing that deal, work out or not, and he still played very well at age, I think, like 35 last year.
Yeah, and they got the captain back, obviously.
Oh yeah, Skog's gonna be back for a full year.
Skog's gonna be back for a full year. Natchez, McKinnon, Nelson, and Makar on the power play. Or I guess also probably Lehkonen. But second line, Chuskin. Victor Olofsson as a depth winger for them.
Is good.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they still have, like, I can think of very few defensive pairings I have more faith in than Devon Taves and Cale Makar.
Yeah, the one area where you're like, oh, how's that going to go? Is goaltender. I think Mackenzie Blackwood's hurt right now,
and
even
so
if he
Logan
wasn't
O'Connor,
hurt,
if that cares,
yeah,
if you care about that at all.
Yeah, so if they can once they get those guys back, they'll be good. But for now, Scott Wedgwood isn't the most reliable option in that. But we'll see how it goes.
I'm old enough to remember a time when they won a Stanley Cup with Darcy Kemper.
That's what I'm saying. I think this team is that good to where they can once again just overcome. Darcy Kemper was like nails last year for the Kings, though.
Darcy, yeah. I had that written down under one of my notes that for one of the goalie awards, am I just going to take the coin flip on Darcy Kemper, or should I take someone who's more secure? But Darcy Kemper is either going to lead the league in GAA or be like 27th.
Yeah.
Goaltending's fucking stupid. I was going to say that I thought that it was dumb of you to pick a category I had already picked so early. But also, you took why can neither one of us say Colorado? It's a U.S. state, right? Like, we both live here. We hate Canada.
Just say Avs.
Yeah, both. And I almost said both of us took the Avs. It's a dumb mouth podcast today, Mike. But taking the Avs off the board here, smart move. I respect it. I respect it, Mike. And I respect you.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Do I continue to strip teams out of the potential picking here? Force you to really pick the dregs if you want to pick any team awards. Or, Mike, do I go ahead here and take a goaltender off the board? Now there's an argument to be made to take Connor Hellebuck for the highest goal saved above expected. Advanced stat, Connor Hellebuck is the king of that stat. He's our advanced analytics king. He is James Harden without the beer gut and the strip clubs. That man is a regular season monster. However, I got some good backups I really trust in goal saved above expected. Some people who I think do well on the statistical numbers. That even if you took a few of them, I'm not too worried about it. So I'm going to go with the lowest GAA, Mike. I'm going to go with the lowest goals against average, minimum 40 games, which means I got to pick a player here who we know is going to play 40 games and who always has a low GAA when he plays. And that guy is Jacob Markstrom.
Oh, great pick. Not who I was going to take if I did this category first, but he was up there. Great pick.
Yep. So got a little Jacob Markstrom on the board. First goaltender to go. Now playing for the New Jersey Devils after the trade last year. Really need the Devils to play well for him, in front of him, I suppose there. They just paid Luke Hughes a ton of money, so you would hope their defensive core is good enough. And he just had a baby. So he's got to perform well, otherwise his baby's going to be embarrassed.
Yeah, I think the Devils are good defensively, and what people probably forget from last year is that they actually, from 2020 comparing the 2023 season to the 2024 season, they were way better defensively and in the goaltending department in 2024. They just got injured to all hell, and their offense disappeared because of it.
Yeah, and Jack Eichel let down his entire country in the Four Nations.
You mean Jack Hughes?
What did I say?
Jack Eichel.
Oh, Jack Eichel was great in the Four Nations. I would never insult him.
Yeah, Jack Eichel's great. I low key really like the Devils if they stay healthy this year. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, they got rid of that bum ass coach a few years ago too, wherever he ended up.
Yeah.
Will we mention a single Sabre during this podcast?
I think we might.
Okay. All right, Mike, your next pick.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and part of me was like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and grab a goalie for something, but I might just wait and let you make your goalie picks, then have my pick of the litter, as they say.
I'm having such a flashback. I think at some point we did a preview show where you said almost exactly that phrase a few years ago. It might have been when we were doing like futures bets or something like that. But I think you almost said identically that phrase a few years ago.
That's not good. It scares me now. All right.
Time is a flat circle of us previewing the NHL season, Mike.
This is very true. I'm gonna go ahead and go with least goals allowed. All right. And this was some of the top teams last year have already been taken off the board, unfortunately, like Vegas, and Carolina would have been another great choice, but I weirdly took them off the board. The Kings wouldn't be a terrible choice, but they lost Gavrikov. Big mistake. Huge.
Vladislav
Gavrikov. They lost him. He's gone.
Blah blah blah.
Blah blah blah. But you know where he went? You know where this Gavrikov guy went?
Where?
To the Rangers, baby.
Have you already picked the Rangers?
I have not picked the Rangers yet.
Just making sure.
But that's not who I'm picking.
God damn it.
I'm going to go with the Caps.
Oh, my God.
I think they were like 9th last year. I like their defensive unit. They got a lot of strong two-way guys. And Logan Thompson's a stud. Vegas said we don't need you anymore. We got Aiden Hill, and Aiden Hill's also played very good. But Logan Thompson's a stud. He played only a couple more games more than Charlie Lindgren. But Charlie Lindgren was a dude last year, too. I like the duo they got coming back. I'm going Caps.
How do you feel that about the news that Vegas might be signing Carter Hart, speaking of Vegas goalies?
Cut a hat?
Cut a hat?
That's a sign, cut a hat. That doesn't move the needle at all for me.
He's one of the Hockey Canada guys. That's why I bring it up.
Yeah. Oh, from that standpoint, yeah. I mean, someone was going to sign him since weren't they acquitted or whatever?
Yeah, and CNHL. Yeah.
Right.
It's crazy. The Chychrun hype that happened like 4 seasons ago, and now Chychrun is like, yeah, he's on a pair with Trevor Van Riemsdyk, and that's the appropriate place for him.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Yeah, he's hanging out with Trevor Van Riemsdyk. He's a power play 2 guy and probably won't play many penalty kill moments. Mm-hmm. That guy was like the most hyped defenseman 4 years ago.
Right.
Like people were stabbing each other in the neck with Bics.
Part of
to
it
try
was
to
probably
get
also
a chance to sniff his jock.
Well, sometimes the market dictates that. He was like the best defender that was out there, like in the trade market, and then I think did he eventually hit free agency, or was it a sign and trade?
I honestly can't remember how he ended up.
I can't remember.
Was it Ottawa he ended up in?
I think, yeah, if I remember correctly, he got traded to a team, and then after that, he didn't resign, hit free agency, and got signed by Washington.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he got traded to Ottawa. That's right.
Is the best roster madness or the best transaction madness that we're going to see in our lifetime Carolina trading for Mikko Rantanen and then 3 months later trading him away?
Yeah, probably. Couple that with, they trade for Gunsel the 1 year and then he doesn't resign. And then they traded for someone just this past year that didn't resign.
Does it just fucking suck to play hockey in Carolina? Is it because Brendamore's more ripped than you? Is that what's
maybe? I don't know. Maybe they have crappy facilities.
Apparently their owner's a piece of work.
Okay.
But I will say, Washington, love their top six. More questionable about the bottom six.
Yeah.
I think that they're pretty good on the blue line, though. Which
Mhm.
you don't need their bottom six to be good, Mike. You just need their blue line and goalie to be good, because we all know forwards don't play defense.
Exactly.
All right. How have I fucked this up so many times? I keep putting your Carolina Hurricanes pick in the wrong category.
I broke the game.
You did. All right. So I could sweep almost the rest of the teams out of here, but I am not going to do that quite yet. There's one team I have listed in a few different places that I could take here and try to see if I can box you out of them in another place, but I don't think I will. I think I'm gonna stick with some player stuff. I'm gonna continue to chip away at your potential goalie picks here. I'm gonna take most minutes by a player.
Okay.
Obviously,
this is a goalie.
Oh, I meant defenseman. I meant defenseman.
Okay.
Obviously, this is almost always a defenseman. In fact, I went back when I was doing my research. I went back for 25 years and could not find a year where anyone besides a defenseman led this category.
Yeah.
And then I stopped looking because no one needs to figure out when it was. It's not that important, guys. But I'm going to go with Zach Werenski to once again lead the NHL in minutes. Back-to-back years.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about Columbus? The city, not the team.
Oh, never been there.
Never been? Should we go to Columbus? Go see an Ohio State game?
Nah.
Okay. Then
Yeah, actually would be cool. That'd be one of the cool college stadiums to go to. I like their team. I think they're very fun. But I still kind of have them slotted into that either get the last wild card spot or be one of the top teams that misses the cut. Or like still basically the same place they were last year.
So you have them in your you potentially will take them as team to miss the playoffs with the most points. Another category we have on this list.
Potentially, yes, that's true.
We have puck drop coming in right now, Mike.
Kelly Sutherland, referee. What a great guy. I met him one time.
We're just going to pause here for just a second. We're just going to watch puck drop. The season's starting. This is a nice little ceremonial moment.
Yeah.
We're just gonna see the little face off here. Can't help but notice Bedard isn't taking the puck drop.
There we go. Another 4 months of you shitting on Bedard. Can't wait.
Too small. All right, there we go. We got puck drop. No one scored a goal yet. It's really surprising if you ask me. Mike, your next pick, right? Yeah, because I just took Werenski.
Oh, yeah. I am next, aren't I?
You are next.
You took Werenski. Let's see. Did you already take most goals for?
Most goals for, I took the Dallas Stars.
Okay, gotcha. So that's... Maybe I can wait and come back with that. Plus Vegas is already out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's tough. Trying to figure out the strategy, which way to go. I'll go ahead and do most power play points by a player.
There you go.
Go points. And there's 2 Avalanche players that I'm split on. So what I'm going to do is not take either of them and go with the guy who I think led the league last year, or he was really close to it, and that's Kuch.
Yeah, I think Kucherov did lead last year.
Because 2 of the top 3 power play goal scorers were Braden Point and Jake Gunsel, and that's because they were getting saucy passes fed to them from Kuch.
Can you think of another winger in the league who drives play as much as Kuch does?
No, not really. It's crazy. He led the league in points last year. I feel like no one talks about it.
And well, that's the thing. The last time he wasn't top 5 in points was 2021 when he was out for the whole season and got the Conn Smythe stolen from him.
Yeah.
By Vasilevsky. That's the last time. That's the last time he wasn't top 5 in points, and he's a winger. And he always has more assists than goals.
Mm-hmm.
That was for years Stamkos was the goal scorer. Kuch was the points leader, and then somehow Braden Point was involved. No one really knows.
Really disrespectful to Braden Point. I don't really know how to process what you just said.
With that, Mike, I am going to take player with the most power play goals. And I'm going to take Braden Point.
Good pick. I feel like if yours hits, mine hits, and vice versa.
It's going to fuck you up when Braden Point has most power play goals, but fucking Victor Hedman leads the league in power play points. Him and Cooch near the top of the league in power play time each of the last 3 seasons. Cooper loves the power play 1 unit. John Cooper, if John Cooper could, he would play the whole game with just those 5 people. It's like, you remember last year, it was like game 2 or 3, Lakers, Timberwolves, where from like 2 minutes left in the second half, or in the first half, all the way through the end of the game, JJ Redick just left his starters in. Yeah. If John Cooper could, that's what he would do with that first power play unit. He fucking loves it. They play like a minute and 30 seconds of the power play each time. That's it. That's the end of my thought. It didn't seem to really be a jumping off point there for you. You didn't really go anywhere with that. It's your pick, Mike.
Didn't I just pick?
I picked Braden Point.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, sorry. Your pick was so connected to mine that. So I'm going to go ahead and do the least power play goals for.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Least power play goals against, you mean?
Yes. Least power play goals against. Thank you. My number 1 pick for this was the Hurricanes, but I decided to totally split that up. So instead, I'm going to go ahead and take. You already took the player itself, but I'm going to take the overall team by taking the New Jersey Devils.
New Jersey Devils to allow the least power play goals.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you can pretty much just go back and listen to what we said last time. I really like their defensive unit.
How many team awards do we have left here? I'm trying to figure out. I'm strategizing. I'm looking at the thing that you can't see, which really helps my case here.
Yeah.
Here, I'll refresh your mind on the picks. It's my pick here, coming off you picking the Devils. The teams that have been picked are the Knights, the Stars, the Avalanche, the Capitals, Hurricanes, and Devils. The players who have been picked are Kirill Kaprizov, Braden Point, Connor McDavid, Nikita Kucherov, Cale Makar, Zach Werenski, and Jakob Markstrom.
Mm-hmm.
I said it in his native Swedish.
Markstrom.
So the team awards that have 0 picks left are highest team shooting percentage, team with the number 1 pick, and team to miss the playoffs with the most points. All 3 of those are somewhat dice rolls. We have 1 goalie category that hasn't been picked, and a couple, or maybe just 1 player category that hasn't been picked. I could own the goalies here as I'm settling in a little bit on knowing that I'm going to be getting my second and third choices for a lot of the player stuff here. So I could just own the goalie categories, I think. I think that's a good call. What do you think, Mike? Is it just a good call to get the top goalie categories here?
Yeah, you do you.
Goal saved above expected. The highest goal saved above expected player per money puck. For those of you that don't know, goal saved above expected is an advanced metric that no one knows how it's calculated. It's a mystery. All the stats go into a black box and they spit out a goalie. What's up?
I thought you already took goals saved above expected.
I took goals against average.
Oh, okay. I got mixed up. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. So now I'm taking the rich man, the elevated man's goals against average, and that's goal saved above expected.
Yes, of course.
I got 2 guys I'm thinking about taking here. My initial thought is to go Hellebuck, because Hellebuck always leads in this category. But I also know you're a Hellebuck hater. So if I leave him out there, he's just not going to get picked.
Probably.
I also thought about going Igor Shesterkin, another guy that could be in this category. But once again, for some reason, you are an Igor Shesterkin hater.
For some reason.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take a little left turn here and try to hedge you off on someone that you would want to pick that I think has a shot at this. I'm gonna go Peter Kochetkov.
Oh, you did snipe me there. I liked him for lowest GAA.
Of the Carolina Hurricanes. I'm gonna take Peter Kochetkov. Now, some of you may be out there saying, why is your goal to snipe Mike instead of just pick the guy you think is going to win? And the answer is because I've known Mike for a decade. And that's my goal on most things these days. All right, Mike. You are up. The categories that have no picks are player with most PIMs, highest team shooting percentage, team with the number 1 pick, and team to miss the playoffs with the most points.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and take some of my goalies now.
All right.
Well, I guess I could wait. I'm trying to think of what.
Jesus would do.
Now I'm trying to think of what categories you haven't picked yet.
I have not taken least goals
Power play
against.
goals.
I have not. Here, I'll read you all the categories I haven't taken instead of you fucking interrupting me.
Okay.
I have not taken least goals against, most shorthanded goals for, least,
Good.
or as I have it written here, least power play goals against, player with the most goals, player with the most points, player with the most power play points, player with the most PIMs, highest team shooting percentage, team with the #1 pick, and team to miss the playoffs with the most points.
Okay, so you haven't taken most power play goals by a player yet. So.
Most power play goals I have taken. That's Braden Point.
Oh, that's
what I
right. All right, so I'm just gonna ignore everything you just said and start picking ones I want to pick because
There you go.
I think I got a lot of the ones that you haven't taken yet. So,
Yeah, for the top 13 questions, one of us has at least one in each of those, and we each have best record.
yeah, and some of the the later questions, there's I feel like there's a lot of options that are pretty solid. So, not worried about too bad about getting sniped there. So I'll go ahead and start grabbing my goalies. And for highest goal saved above expected, ooh, where should I take? Actually, I'm gonna take this guy for the lowest GAA.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little Igor Shesterkin.
You made me look like a fool, Mike.
I
You made
did,
me look
and
like a fool.
this so much of this is just centered around that Gavrikov signing and how much
Vladisov?
how much I love good old Vladislav Gavrikov. Big fan. Big fan.
How about this? How about this is just a pure and simple jersey bet.
Mm-hmm.
Winner gets to pick a jersey the loser has to buy and wear to a hockey game next year. We'll go to a Blackhawks game, and winner gets to pick the loser's jersey, and the loser has to buy the jersey.
Okay.
Easy enough?
Yeah.
There you go. So that's the simple bet there. Hopefully we remember it. I also made, can I, once again, to sidetrack, I made an absurd bet with our friend Marco today.
Oh, let me hear it.
Marco texted me about the Joe Flacco news, to which I replied that Joe Flacco was, of course, washed. For those of you who don't know, Joe Flacco was traded to the Cincinnati Bengals. And he bet me an exchange of our second-round picks in the 2026 draft for our Dynasty Football League that Joe Flacco is going to drag the Cincinnati Bengals to the playoffs.
Okay. That's
So
that's a take.
If I am right, I get his second-round pick. And if he is right, he gets the best of mine, because I have 3 second-round picks. He gets the best one of those. I have never had a less stressful bet that I have placed in my life. Joe Flacco is straight ass. That offensive line is straight ass.
Yeah.
I'm
don't.
making lots of bets. That's what I'm saying.
This is in the Dynasty League?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm the commissioner. I didn't approve this side betting. I feel like there should be rules against this, but I'm gonna let it go.
That's good, because if you don't let it go, I'm not going to help you bully people into paying dues.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm holding that hostage. Can I say that I have a very good guess at who you're going to take for highest goal saved above expected, and there's nothing I can really do about it?
Yeah, you can say that.
I feel like you're going to take Darcy Kemper.
No, actually.
Okay.
They lost Vladislav Gavrikov.
Oh,
so
that's right.
Suck.
Your entire premise is Vladislav.
Yeah.
All right. So I think my strategy here is to continue to just head you off on some of these categories that I feel confident about, and then circle back and pick some of the other things. So I am going to take team with the #1 pick. And I'm of course. Oh, man. So this is the Gavin McKenna sweepstakes. The Blackhawks are the correct answer. The Blackhawks have the best odds. The Blackhawks have the worst team, and they need someone to replace Connor Bedard. But I can't do it, Mike. I can't do it. I'm taking the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Yeah.
Really? That's your response? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, they sucked last year. You're gonna suck again this year.
There's like, what? What's the percent chance that they trade away Sidney? That's Crosby, not Sidney Sweeney.
I mean, when they're like dead last in the league, approaching the trade deadline, I feel like they're gonna have a serious conversation with him and be like, if you want to have a chance to win another ring, like we'll set you up, we'll send you wherever you want to go.
Montreal. Um,
Be wild.
so Dom at the Athletic has them projected for 74 points in his model, but he even in his article covering the points projected said that was too high.
Mm-hmm.
And they have Sidney Crosby, Brian Rust, Rickard Rakell, and Erik Karlsson. Who of those four gets traded this year?
Crosby. No one wants the Karlsson contract.
Isn't it in his last year?
Even so, they don't want the Crosby contract. They don't want to pay for half a season of Karlsson.
Let's see. Yeah, how much would if? Okay, so Erik Karlsson, the Pittsburgh one.
Yes.
Erik Karlsson has 2 years left, this year and next, 11.5 per year. And it's already been what, like 10% retained by the Sharks, so it's $10 million a year. If Pittsburgh retains 50% of that for the next 2 seasons, so $5 million a year, and you get Erik Karlsson for $5 million a year for his final 2 years, would you take that contract?
If they retained, I'd probably do it. Yeah.
Sydney, I feel like is I don't know, 50-50, maybe 60-40 getting trade. Brian Rust and Rickard Rakell are, I mean, they're smaller pieces, but I think they're good players, so I could see them getting moved. But if you're the top brass in Pittsburgh, at some point you have to say, well, who am I supposed to put out here? No one? Or do we need Gavin McKenna that bad?
I mean, it's time to. I mean, I think they're headed towards like down to the studs rebuild at this rate. And guys like Rakell, and Rust are both like depth guys who playoff teams will give you something for them.
Oh yeah, this would be a video podcast, so everyone can see the point in the podcast where my cat comes and jumps on my lap. All right, Mike, you are up. You can no longer pick the Pittsburgh Penguins for most goals for.
Damn it. So I'm gonna go ahead and swing back around and do my goal saved above expected. This one's gonna be a little out of left field.
All right.
For those who don't know puck, as they like to say.
Mike is Googling what is goalie right now. If you can't tell his buying time voice.
I'm going to read off you the top 5 team or goalies and goals saved above expected last year.
All right.
Connor Hellebuck, Andrei Vasilevsky, Logan Thompson, Sam Montalban, and Darcy Kemper.
So you are taking Darcy Kemper?
No. Last year, if you had asked me to rank the defensive units for those 5, I would have put Montreal last, 5th of those 5. Then they went out and snagged themselves some Noah Dobson. And because of that, goal saved above expected, best of the season is going to be Sam freaking Montalban.
I know we don't do a team talent alone for hockey, but is there any way that I could convince you to take
100% the Canadians if we were going to do one?
Cool.
Yes.
Yeah, Sam Montalban. Yeah, if we were going to do one, which we aren't. This is not me trying to soft pitch anything. But Florida's on the power play. If we were going to do one, how could it not be the Canadians?
It's a fun team, dude.
Fun team. And they got an American, potentially, on their team in Lane Hudson. No one knows.
No. He's half American.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have made 8 picks. I believe you have made 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is correct. So you have 3 picks left. I have 4 picks left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay. There's some categories I definitely want to pick and don't want to get away from too far here. I really want to pick team to miss the playoffs with the most points just because I like that category. But I think it might end up getting left on my chopping room floor. There's just other categories I want to pick.
Right, that you feel more confident in.
Yeah.
Than that one. Like that one, there's so many options.
It's kind of sad. It's kind of sad. I think I'm gonna pick my last weird category here. I think, and then I think I'm gonna have to circle back and pick some of the more conventional ones. I'm gonna take the most PIMs The most
Okay.
PIMs, Mike. And of course I'm going Brady Tkachuk. How can you not go Brady Tkachuk on this?
Yeah, that's true. He was up there last year, top 5.
Yeah, he's up there every year. Max Domi was another person I was looking at for this. Brady Tkachuk is currently 36th on the active players list active PIMs list, despite being the most recently drafted player in the top 100.
You know what's funny? When I was looking at the list of top guys in that category last season, was like you just see all these names, and they're all like lower depth guys, like, you know, borderline like goon category,
Mhm.
like goon, like the player type that modern
Not-
culture has made that a weird word now. But you know what I mean. And then like shining brightly in the middle of all that is the star center
Yeah.
for the Ottawa Senators.
Brady Tkachuk, by the way, 36 amongst active players. Matty Tkachuk, 44th. Getting passed by your own brother, Matty? Come on.
Man,
Ridiculous.
younger
I
brother
like-
too, I think.
Yeah, younger brother. I wonder how close they are to their dad in terms of PIMs.
Oh, I'll have to see if one of them's on pace to beat it.
Let's see. While you make your next pick, I'm going to look it up.
All right. I'll have my pick of the litter on that one. So we'll see how that goes.
Keith Tkachuk has 2,219 PIMs.
Score!
Chicago Blackhawks take the first lead of the season.
Who was that? Was that Frankie?
It
That
looks
Frankie
like
Nazar?
it looked like it might have been Bedard.
Oh, yes. No, it's Frankie Nazar.
Oh, it was Frankie Nazar. Okay.
Let's go.
Brady Tkachuk has 7,500 PIMs, or not? Sorry, 750 PIMs in 512 games. Keith Tkachuk got 2,219 in 1,201 games. So
You can do the math on that.
So Brady Tkachuk is averaging 1.4 penalty minutes a game.
Mm-hmm.
Keith Tkachuk, hold on. 2219 1201. Keith Tkachuk averaged 1.8, so he is not.
Oh,
Brady is not currently on pace to pass his father in PIMs.
he's close though. He can get there. He can get
He
there.
can get there. He can get there. It's gonna take some effort. It's gonna take some more game misconducts.
Yeah,
But I believe in you, Brady.
yeah. Probably gonna have a couple seasons around the 2-minute per game mark, but you know, to even everything back out. But he can definitely get there. All right, am I up next?
Yeah.
Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and do most power play goals by a player.
Most power play goals.
This one, my friends, ladies and gentlemen, is a bit of a hot take.
Mhm.
Just a bit, though. So last year, the leader was, and the Panthers have tied it.
Who was
That's
that?
I just heard him scream goal. Number 10, is that Lundell?
Yeah, Anton Lindell, who's
Yeah, it's
going to
Lundell.
have a huge role in this team until Barkov gets back.
Yeah. So last year's leaders obviously were Gunsel and Point, and you got to go farther down the list than usual to find this man. He was 4 goals back from tying for the lead. The legend that is Alexander Ovechkin. There's not many years left of Ovi in this league, but there's one thing he's going to do before he goes is take back the thing that he's known for and ripping those clappers, those one-timers from the dot, from the left circle.
Ovechkin is must-watch TV when he's on the power play because A, every goal obviously moves him further into the lead all time on goals, but B, because the man does not skate.
No, he stays still.
He stays.
He does like a little circle every once in a while.
He stays still and waits for everyone to forget he exists. He's like Drax in Guardians of the Galaxy when he's like, if I don't move, no one can see me.
Yeah.
You know what? Great pick. I'm just glad Ovi's on this list, honestly.
Right. He's a
I'm
legend.
just-
He deserves to be on here
Yeah.
somewhere.
I'm glad he's on there somewhere. You have picked 0 defensemen for anything, Mike. And you're the
Yeah, I'm
defenseman
cool.
guy. I think of you as the defenseman guy.
Yeah, I have what, 2 categories left?
You got 2 categories left.
Nah.
What do you mean for? Oh yeah, for picks. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, I'm going to go player with the most goals here. Just gonna scoop him up right here at the end. Leon Draisaitl.
Good pick,
Took it
good pick.
last year. He's had it in the past. He's the second best player on his own team, but he's quote unquote the goal scorer. Obviously, when McDavid wants to score, McDavid gonna score. All right. Here's what you think about McDavid. McDavid can't come out here and put some pucks in the net. You think because he only gets paid like a little $12.5 million a year bitch that he can't score some goals? Wait, why am I making the argument for McDavid? I just took Draisaitl.
I don't know. I was going to go.
I really just went into a mode. I just blacked out and started doing a bit. Couldn't pull myself out of it. It was like a tailspin. And Florida's on the power play.
Oh,
Mike, your penultimate pick. Your pick ultimate.
if you will.
I will.
Oh, you will?
Mhm.
Will you? All right. I'm going to go ahead and do a defenseman category since you called me out on it.
Good, I bullied him into it.
Just trying to see which one I like more here. Shit. All right. Everything's telling me not to pick this guy, but I think I'm going to pick this guy. So I do like Lane Hudson. He could lose some assists with Noah Dobson on the team now. That is the thing. It's like in basketball when someone trades for like another top player, like, "Oh, show me shots go around." So fall into that thing. Makar's off the board, who's one of the top picks. Then I can never say it right. Werenski is also off the board. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go with a Hugh, if you will, one of the Hughes.
If you take Luke Hughes, I'm going to shut off this fucking call.
No, I'm taking Quinn Hughes.
Okay.
He was only 2 behind the lead last year with 60, and he played only 68 games.
And that I assume that's defenseman with the most assists. Yeah.
Yes. So there's my thinking right there.
How do you spell defenseman? It's an S, not a C, right?
In the hockey sense, I always see it spelled with a C.
Okay.
I think it's a Canadian thing.
Yeah. I had it spelled that way, and then I was like, that looks wrong.
Yeah.
It looks
I
like
don't know what
healthcare.
I don't know what the Canucks are going to be this year. They're always like a wild card team, not in the sense of standings, in the sense of you never know what the hell you're going to get. The Canucks are like a box of chocolates, but hey, there are some guys who can score. He can set up goals for example, Brock Besser, who went and had a cup of tea somewhere else and came back in one of the weirder moments.
But, the weird thing about the Besser thing too is like that was not an amenable split.
No.
Yeah.
It was so weird.
Yeah. All right. Man, Lane Hudson's just not gonna go drafted here. Lane Hudson. I called him Hutchin. So this is my pick ultimate, if I will.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot tell you, Mike, how much it is physically hurting me not to take team to miss the playoffs with the most points.
I think I might end up taking it. I might end up doing it.
Legitimately my favorite category on this board.
Mm-hmm.
I also like how both you and I took absolutely no way this wins, but it's really fun to picks, or like picks that tank the board. Like you taking the Hurricanes for most shorthanded goals for, and me taking Pittsburgh to get the number 1 pick. Both of which, honestly, terrible tactical choices by us.
Unless they hit.
Then we're geniuses. All right. Least goals against, Mike. Here's the thing. I am once again going to take a team that there is almost no way they win this, but I fucking love the goalie. You want to wager a guess?
You big UPL guy?
Not a big UPL guy? Wait. You know what, though? At the start of this podcast, Mike, I asked you a question. And that question was, is a single Sabres player going to come up during this?
Yeah.
And you did it. You did it, Mike.
I did it?
You did it. You brought up a Sabres player.
Oh, yeah. No one picked him, but I brought him up.
Least goals against. That's what I said, right? That's what I'm going with. I don't know what I said. Yeah. Least goals against. I'm going to take the Utah Mammoth.
I don't hate it.
And here's why. Because Karl Vejmelka fucking rips. He is awesome. I love Karl Vejmelka. I'm taking the goddamn Utah Mammoth.
Sneaky good. Blue line down there in Utah.
And Florida scored.
I saw
Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember that 40 seconds when the Chicago Blackhawks led? This brief 40 seconds when the Chicago Blackhawks had a shining, bright chance at being above 500 for the first time in, I don't know, 5 years.
Is that going to be the banner they raise? Held a lead over the defending Stanley Cup champions for 40 seconds.
Yeah. Listen, every second that they trail, it's like another penny off tickets when we go to a Blackhawks game.
That's true.
All right, Mike, your final pick. Here are the categories that you have not picked for.
I already got them.
Yeah, it's for, well, I guess it's a video podcast. Although people are probably listening to this in the audio. For
Okay,
the audio
good.
listeners, the categories you have not picked yet: team to miss the playoffs with the most points, team with the number 1 pick, highest team shooting percentage, player with the most PIMs, most minutes by a player, and most goals for by a team.
Those are the ones I have left. Very good.
Those
Very
are
good.
the
Very
ones you
nice.
have left.
I'm thinking of like which one of these categories, my final pick, do I feel really confident in?
Yeah.
You know, like team with number 1 pick, you took Pittsburgh. There's like 4 other teams there's strong cases for, so I'm going to dodge that
And
one.
worst of all, it's a lottery.
Right.
So you could be
Oh,
right
yeah.
in the sense of you pick the team that gets the worst record.
Right. And then you could
But
be
then they
screwed
get
by ping pong
Ass
ball.
fucked by the lottery.
Ass fuck. That's intense.
I just wanted to say it in a way to get you to react, honestly.
They didn't just get screwed by lottery. Ass fucked by lottery. That'd be rough. Most PIMs, I'm passing on that one. Highest team shooting percentage.
That's a dice roll.
Yeah, that's a dice roll. Most goals for, a lot of the teams I'd like to take are gone, except for like a couple.
A lot of the teams I like to take are gone, except for a couple. Mike Regan,
Is a weird,
2025.
yeah, weird sentence to say, I guess. God, you know what? Someone's got to pick one. Okay, so I'm gonna go with most minutes played.
All right.
I'm gonna
By
go
a player.
Wade
Not
by a
not
player. Yes.
Not by a team.
Yeah, because I feel like they're all going to be relatively similar depending on how many overtime games happen. I can tell you what everybody's minimum is going to be, though, if you multiply 82 by 60. Way down the list last year at 29 was a man named Rasmus Dahlin. Now, hear me out here. I think that was part of the problem last year, is why was Rasmus Dahlin at 29th in minutes played?
Yeah.
Hands down best defenseman. You ride that son of a bitch. All right. So I'm saying he skyrockets 28 spots up to number 1. Rasmus Dahlin, most minutes played.
Well, they had a lot of changes in the front office and their coaching staff, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, Lindy's still there.
Yeah, I mean, Lindy's still there and same team president, right?
Mhm.
The joke was they had no changes in their front office and coaching staff.
Oh, gotcha. You're being mean.
Yeah.
You're being mean.
I love the Sabres blue line in theory.
I love the Sabres in theory. Like I've been so like, don't talk to me about them all off season because I was like, I just can't. And then getting ready for this podcast, looking some up, doing research, I immediately clicked into the mode where I was like, no, kind of liking this team right here. I think we can do something.
What they have done to Owen Powers is embarrassing for all of us.
Yeah.
The fact that he's going to play third pair minutes behind fucking Connor Timmins, Matthias Samuelsson, it's goddamn travesty.
Yes, goddamn.
Your centers are dog shit. Sorry.
Hey.
Josh Norris, Yuri Kulik, Ryan McLeod, and Peyton Krebs.
I think Yuri Kulik's pretty good. I don't know if he's a 2C, and I think Josh Norris is good, but I don't know if he's a 1C. I think of him more as a 2C. But I like that top line. Norris, Thompson, Benson. I think we can do some stuff there. We got 2 two-way guys with a stud who was like only 5 goals back from having the most in the league last year.
I had most goals for. I had written down. I even put it in tinier text. I had Taze Thompson written down.
I almost took him.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm not going to be that. And I almost took the Sabres for team with most goals for as well. We were high up there last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For some reason, the blue line really didn't hold their water on the defense there. But you know.
Yeah, not really.
I think I don't think I can fight the urge anymore, Mike. I think I got to pick team to miss the playoffs with the most points.
How much
I think I gotta do it.
take?
Now, 24-25, that team was the Calgary Flame at 96 points. That is a very high cutoff. Usually the cutoff is closer to 91. 96, it was a high year for the most points while missing. But I don't know how much that's going to change. Now, here's the thing. The Atlantic is going to be super weird. Despite the fact that the Florida Panthers are about to beat the blood out of Chicago, this Panthers team is going to miss Matt Tkachuk for a long time. They're going to miss Barkov for probably the entire regular season. So it's not up for grabs, the number 3 spot in the Atlantic, but it's more up for grabs than it looked like it was at the start of the summer. On top of that, Toronto lost Nylander. They're probably still locked, but Toronto lost Nylander. So my pick for this, it could be that I look right until the final days of the season when they snag not even a wild card spot, but the 3rd spot in the Atlantic. And that is the Ottawa Senators.
That's a good pick.
The Ottawa Senators to have the most points and miss the playoffs. I can tell you the other ones I'd written down were St. Louis and Calgary again.
Yeah, St. Louis was the team I was considering because the Pacific is so... All right. Maybe I was looking at that backwards. Hold on a second.
They are in the Pacific.
Oh, yeah, because this... Oh, yeah, no, but I was looking at, like, the West is kind of stacked.
Yes.
Particularly their own division's pretty stacked. Like, Stars, Avs, Jets, and Wild, I think, are all playoff teams. And then when you factor in Oilers, Knights, Kings from the Pacific probably going... Yeah, like it's going to be... There's going to be, like, a few... Like, the Canucks would have probably also been a decent pick here.
Yep, Canucks would be a good pick. The West is probably the right way to go with it, but I think that Montreal, Detroit, Buffalo, Ottawa, all competing for the same playoff spots, is going to lead someone getting left at the table with a lot of points.
Yeah, I had Buffalo written down for that one, along with the Blue Jackets.
Blue Jackets also a good one. There's a case to be made about Nashville. I know they were terrible last year, but the year before they were like really good. So who knows what the fuck we're getting out of Nashville?
Who knows? I also wrote down the Blackhawks for fun, and they're currently have 3 shots on goal in almost a full period of hockey. So
listen, there's still 3 minutes and 21 seconds left. They could get 20 shots on goal in the next 3 minutes.
It's true. Great shooting percentage, though.
Yeah. They're leading the league in shooting percentage right now. You sure you don't want to draft them? Up, and we got a fight.
Career, and I don't know.
Foligno. Yeah. Not a great fight. Actually, kind of a bad fight. But a fight nonetheless. The first fight of the hockey season. And with that, Mike, that brings us perfectly into the garage on our podcast here. We each need to take how many goals the Rocket Richard winner will score. It is your pick first here. Last year, 52 goals. The year before, 109 goals.
Why do I think that's not right?
That's not right.
Okay.
I think the highest we've had in recent memory was 69, and that was Austin Matthews.
Nice.
Americans know how to do it right.
Yep. So to answer that, the most goals in 2023-24 was Austin Matthews with 69. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to middle that a little bit. Not like exactly middle it, but I'm going to say definitely more than last year. Not quite 60. I'm going to say 59.
59 goals. Now, that leaves me in an interesting choice because I can basically edge you out whichever direction I think this is going to go. Mm-hmm. I can take 58 and take everything under 59. Or I can take 60 and take the extreme end in the other direction. And honestly, I think you fucking hit the nail on the head because I don't know what direction to go here.
Yeah. In this one, since it's the tiebreaker, it doesn't have to be exact, right? Like if the tiebreaker is enacted, then it would be closest without going over.
It'd be closest without going over because if this happens, it's because we got equal amount correct. Mm-hmm. Boy howdy, Mike. Boy howdy. Let's see. The last, I was going to look it up and I was going to go with that. That feels like cheating. I had 59 written down too. I just saw that in my notes. Fuck. I'm going to go 60. I'm going to have hope, Mike. I'm going to be hopeful. All right, Mike. So that closes out what we're going to do here. I want to get to honorable mentions, but first let's list off the actual things we have here. For best record by points percentage, I have the Las Vegas Golden Knights. For the most goals for by a team, I have the Dallas Stars. For the least goals against, I have the Utah Mammoth. Shout out to Carl Vamelka. For the player with the most goals, I have Leon Draisaitl. For the player with the most power play goals, I have Braden Point. For the defenseman with the most assists, I have Cale Makar. For the player with the most minutes, I have Zach Werenski, or as you call him, Werenski. For the lowest goals against average with a minimum of 40 games played, I have Jacob Markstrom. For the highest goals saved above expected per money puck, minimum 40 games played, I have Peter Kochetkov. For the player with the most penalty minutes, I have Brady Tkachuk, who is in a distant tie for fourth right now. For the team to earn the number 1 overall pick, I have the Pittsburgh Penguins. For the team to miss the playoffs with the most points, I have the Ottawa Senators. And for the goal scored as a tiebreaker, for the goal scored by the Rocket Richard winner, I have 60. That leaves my unpicked categories as most shorthanded goals for, least power play goals against, player with the most points, player with the most power play points, and highest team shooting percentage, which is the only truly unpicked category. Mike, you have best record by points percentage. I did it again, Mike. The Colorado Avalanche. For least goals against, you have the Washington Capitals. Most shorthanded goals for, you have the Carolina Hurricanes. Least power play goals against, you took the New Jersey Devils. Player with the most goals, you have Kirill Kaprizov, the $17 million man. Player with the most power play goals, you have Alex Ovechkin. Player with the most points, you have Connor McDavid. Player with the most power play points, you have Nikita Kucherov. Defenseman with the most assists, you took Quinn Hughes. Most minutes by a player, you took Rasmus Dahlin. Lowest GAA, you took Igor Shesterkin. Highest goals saved above expected, you took Sam Montembeault. And you took 59 goals for the Rocket Richard winner, leaving your unpicked categories being team missed playoffs the most points, team with the number 1 pick, highest team shooting percentage, most PIMs, and most goals for by a team. Mike, did you have any honorable mentions for anything that you feel like we need to shout out that we didn't mention during the podcast?
Anaheim Ducks, kind of frisky.
What if you had to pick a Anaheim or a player from Anaheim for a category? What are you picking?
I had to pick a player Anaheim for a category. I don't know. Maybe like Troy Terry, something. I don't know. I can't think of any player.
Troy Terry, most names that start with a T.
Yeah, I can't think of any player I'd pick them for like an actual like leading statistical.
Dostal? No Dostal picks there? No love for Dostal?
Don't have a lot of Dostal stock, I'll be honestly. Not really big on the Dostal.
For most power play goals by a player, I really wanted to go Tomas Hertl, but I thought the Braden Point thing was funnier in the moment.
Yeah.
Neither one of us took Florida for anything or any players from Florida.
What was the you remember what the league leader in PIMs was again last year?
No one on Florida. I can double check real quick.
Yeah, double check that real quick. It's a bitch of a stat to find on Money Puck because they have so many categories. I feel like I'm just constantly scrolling and not seeing it.
I got it. Don't worry.
What is it?
Matthew Oliver.
What was the number?
Jackets. 129.
Okay.
Then Nikita Zadorov, and then Brady Tkachuk. And then AJ Greer, who just got a game misconduct and got kicked out of the game.
Let's see. Jacob Trouba has a career high of 88. Maybe he's like, I'm in Anaheim, and that just makes me angry. And so he just goes off this year and wins most PIMs. There's one.
I also thought about taking the Kings for least goals against. Darcy Kemper was really good last year, but like I said, that's the coin flip of it all. Anze Kopitar retirement tour?
Could be.
It is, isn't it? Didn't he announce his retirement?
Oh, did he announce that? I missed it.
Let me see.
Oh, wait. Yeah, he'll retire at the end of the season.
Yeah, so we have the Anze Kopitar retirement tour.
They
Obviously,
win it now.
Drew Doughty's not far behind him, so we could see the old guys get one back together.
Young.
Neither one of us took the Rangers, who could have a bounce back year, but were terrible last year.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of the Stars switching coaches, despite the fact that they've had so much success?
Um, feels like a frustration play, right?
Yeah, I mean they went back to Glenn Gulutzon.
Glenn Gulitz, yeah, Gulitz, yeah, close enough. I don't know.
They went back to him. He was there previously and got fired, so that's always a good sign. You never want to bring back a coach you fired previously. Just ask the Buffalo Sabres.
Hey, we're making the playoffs this year, baby. The draft's coming to an end.
No Nathan McKinnon pick for either one of us.
That one was so hard. Like I had him written down for so many things. Like I liked him for like points would be a good one, and I liked him for power play, but I was also like Marty Natchez is a dude.
Marty Natchez is a dude.
Yeah, so I didn't know who's going to be getting the share of those points on the PP.
And then obviously you didn't take anyone for team with the number one pick because that's kind of a dice roll. Mike, did you have any more thoughts on the NHL season before we
Do you
leave?
know what team I like stared at for like number one pick?
Let me take a guess here. Team you stared at for number one pick. Would this be surprising?
No, because they're like to win their division. I think they're like either the second or they might be like they're one of the two lowest odds wise, and they're a team that's obviously heading towards like a full rebuild. But there's like a few guys on it, a few like really good players where I was like, I just don't know if I can do this.
Vancouver.
No, the Boston Bruins.
Boston Bruins are a good call. Yeah.
Yeah, like they were terrible last year. They traded away a lot of their pieces, obviously being like we're gonna be terrible again. But then I'm like, you got like Lindholm, Pasta, Charlie McAvoy. Like,
can we talk about when you decided to make the switch to calling him Pasta? You used to hate that nickname with a passion.
I don't like saying Pasternak. Oh, I can say it. Never mind. I'll go back to saying Pasternak.
So you don't like his nickname or his name?
Sometimes I was always worried I was actually going to call him Pastrana, like the BMX guy.
Yeah, Travis Pastrana, the first guy to do the double front flip or whatever.
Yeah, I was there when he did that.
Whatever it was. You were there?
Yeah, I was there.
Are you doing? Is this like your Slumdog Millionaire or is this your Forrest Gump?
My Forrest Gump.
No. Second time Forrest Gump's come up during this podcast, which is more than any Sabres player did. Any other teams that we need to mention? Any other players we need to mention? Like I said, I almost took the Blackhawks for worst team, but I wanted to go a little hot takey on it. Their last three drafts, they got Anton Frundell with the number 3 pick this year. Last year, they got Artyom Levashanov. Jesus Christ. With the number 2 pick in 2024. And in 2023, they got the number 1 pick, Connor Bedard, who's already washed and probably soon to be out of the league.
Hey, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Is Nikolai Ehlers going to be that scoring wing that Carolina's been searching for decades now?
He's their Mikko Rantanen replacement.
Yeah. Who was the Jake Gunsel replacement?
I genuinely like the Ehlers signing. It does not move the needle for me. Like, come on, guys. What? We're just gonna do this every year with Carolina, aren't we? Every year they're gonna come out. They're gonna be the preseason favorite to win the cup, and they're gonna get eliminated by a wild card team in the first round.
Yeah, like I was looking over things. I was like, I think the Canes win their division this year. And I was like, Michael, what are you doing? Like, yeah, they could win the division, but like, come on, what are you doing?
Who do you have picked to eliminate the Canes from the playoffs? How about we'll close on that?
Who do I think is going to eliminate the Canes in the playoffs?
Yeah, who's your pick to eliminate the Canes in the playoffs? Canes are going to win their division.
Let's say so if we say they win their division, then they would be playing a wild card team in round 1. And I don't think that wild card team would beat them. I think they could get by them, but then in the second round they'll get eliminated by the New Jersey Devils.
Taking the Devils to go all the way to the conference finals.
Yeah.
Wow.
I like this Devils team. Just stay healthy. Like Jack Hughes, put on 5-10 pounds. Come on, bud.
I'll take the Canadians to eliminate them.
Ooh, wild card round.
You know what? No, take the Canadians in the divisional round. Get the Canadians in the conference final.
Ooh, spicy.
There you go. You got an extra bonus pick. We each picked a team to eliminate the Carolina Canes. With that, Mike, did you have any plugs on the way out the door?
Yeah, follow me social @SoundLowMike, and look out for this week's On Saturday previewing Week 7. Had a wild week college football last week, and a ridiculously good slate of games this week. That's going to drop on Thursday.
You can follow me at Talent Adam on Twitter, formerly known as X. I post all of our work there. I post all of our podcasts. I update all that stuff. Be sure to, if you did not watch this on YouTube, swing over and check out our YouTube channel. We have been streaming on there once a week. I want to bump those numbers up. Those are some rookie numbers, but work in progress. We both have a lot of life that we're doing at the same time, so it can be hard for us to record 3 podcasts a week and 2 streams. That is damn near full-time work. But head over to our YouTube channel at Talent Alone Podcast on YouTube, or youtube.com/Talent Alone Podcast. We post all of our podcasts there with video, including this one being our first video that is accompanied by Facecam. It'll be a process while I get that edited to figure that out. You can oh, and guess what, Mike? Guess what our video game is this week?
What?
Wayne Gretzky's NHL on the N64.
Oh, perfect.
Great demo screen for that one. I gotta say, huge props to when the demo screen is a full game instead of just 6 seconds of a clip of a game.
Yes.
You can head over to townalone.com. All of our work goes up there, regardless of what it is, regardless of what problematic things Mike says that we're eventually going to have to erase from the internet. Our next podcast will be tomorrow. That'll be our NFL Week 6 preview. And then our podcast after that, our reactions to Week 6, I will be in person with Mike, recording in a donut shop in parts unknown. Hopefully, parts unknown. That's Kane?
Multiple wrestlers have done parts unknown, but
Okay.
most notably Kane, yeah, I think.
The Boogeyman. And we have, speaking of wrestling, we got our drag show, whatever it is. We have our next predictions article coming up this weekend for WWE Blood Money Perth. We'll be predicting all 3 matches at that.
5.
And with that, Mike, since we don't do shout-outs on this, can you name every NHL champion in a row going backwards from last year? Let's see how far you can go.
I don't want to do this.
All right. Let's get out of here.
Oh, wait, I think I can do a few.
It's too late, Mike!
Yeah. Panthers.